Guys, why does this movie about a goofy little cat go so hard? Look, I went to film school for a year. I saw all the classics: Casablanca, City of God, Bicycle Thieves, Pulp Fiction. And none of them have even come close to Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So let's talk about how good that movie is and how it should have won an Oscar.
The Oscar goes to Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
No. Wait. Hi guys, I'm Grog, and I like movies. Not just any movies, really good movies like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Originally I had this movie at a 9 out of 10, but after thinking about it, it's 10 out of 10. There's no reason it isn't. Maybe I'm just biased because I'm a really big Shrek fan, but honestly, this movie has no flaws. The only thing I can maybe think of was the John Mulaney jump scare I got the first time watching it. We sort of entered this age of stylized animation that was sort of ushered into the genre by Into the Spider-Verse. It's not saying that, stylized animation didn't exist before that movie, but, Spider-Verse sort of made it popular. And Puss in Boots is a really interesting case of this because the first one was not good. It was not a great movie, but the animation in the second one is still reminiscent, but it takes great leaps in creativity. Somehow the second one managed to up the quality of everything. I mean, it has better fight scenes than some animes I've watched. It brings forth some of the most terrifying and evil villains when the first one had Humpty Dumpty. It's not just some run-of-the-mill kids movie. It's like an experience. It makes you fear death and question the way you are living your life and if it's in a fulfilling way. That's what Puss in Boots: The Last Wish does to you. So the whole premise of the movie is that Puss used up all of his lives and he's on his last life number 9. He's being chased by death very literally, and after this depressing retirement, he sets out on this journey to find the last wish, a star that can restore his 9 lives. He goes on this grand adventure where he fights the bad guys, makes some awesome new and some old friends, and in the end, he beats death. Well, kind of. We need to talk about death in this movie, because not only is it a theme that follows Puss throughout the movie, but one of the antagonists is literally the personification of death. Puss in Boots used to laugh in the face of death, but now he's getting severe panic attacks. Side note, I did not expect this movie to have some of the best representation of panic attacks I've seen in media before. Death is something that Puss has to overcome and beat. He has to learn to truly accept death, to beat him, and become our fearless hero. Who is your favorite fearless hero? Without a doubt, I could keep rambling on about this film for 20 minutes or so and make an in-depth analysis of it. But I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about how it was snubbed at the Oscars. And honestly, I think everyone should watch the movie for themselves anyways, so. This year's Oscar nominated 5 animated films for Best Animated Film, and they were Marcel the Shell, Turning Red, The Sea Beast, Pinocchio, and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Honestly, all of these movies were very good. I wouldn't have a problem with any of them winning. Pinocchio was probably my second favorite, but none of them beat out Puss in Boots in my mind. We all know these are good animated films, so I won't bore you with the details. However, I do want to talk about Pinocchio since it, did beat out Puss in Boots. And this movie was great. It was obviously the safe choice for the Oscars. It was my second pick. It was a great movie. It was co-written by Patrick McHale, and I'm a huge Over the Garden Wall fan. So it's pretty cool to see he has an Oscar now. But Guillermo del Toro, he already won an Oscar with Shape of Water. Stop motion's really impressive. It's a great movie, so it was the safe and obvious choice for the Academy. But in terms of critic and audience reception, they were pretty neck and neck. On some sites, Pinocchio was rated higher. On others, it was Puss in Boots. So it's not even like these films had many major one-ups on each other. Truthfully, to me, it seemed like people were more impressed with Puss in Boots. I feel like Pinocchio didn't have great marketing. I saw a lot of people confusing it with the other really awful Pinocchio movie that came out in 2022.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
And we all know that movie's awful. But it's not like Del Toro's was made by some like indie production company. It was released on Netflix as a Netflix original. It was done by an Oscar award winning director. And it had Ewan McGregor in it. Like, come on. Like, I know I'm nitpicking, but Puss in Boots deserves every award ever. When it comes down to it, both of these films are pretty neck and neck for me. The craftsmanship and heart that went into Pinocchio is not unnoticed by me. In a year with so many fantastic movies, it's really hard to pick one that you think should win an Oscar. But I'm biased and I really love Puss in Boots. I mean, the animation, the action, the story, it packs a punch. It's fun. It's all around a great movie to watch. I really wish more kids' movies were like this, because I really think everyone would enjoy this movie if they give it a chance. Puss in Boots has the quality, the audience support, and just like Pinocchio, it has a lot of heart. And wow, both these movies are really amazing. Puss in Boots was snubbed. This movie has so much charm to it. I think everyone should watch it, especially if you're a Shrek fan. I've been saying how good and great this movie is, but at the end of the day, we all know the Academy is prone to making mistakes. And Puss in Boots not winning the Oscar is just another one of those. Anyways, that's all I got. I hope you really enjoyed the video, and if you did, consider subscribing. I'm trying to make some more videos. Don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just throwing shit at a wall, seeing what lands. So if you like this, tell me. If you didn't, maybe tell me that too. That might be some good criticism. Anyways, guys, have a good day, and I hope you liked the video.
残酷な天使のように少年よ